It was exactly 3 a.m. when I woke up to the shrill sound of my phone vibrating on the nightstand. I wouldn't have noticed it if the room weren't so silent. The kind of silence that feels like the air is holding its breath. I reached for the phone with groggy fingers, expecting some emergency message or maybe a wrong number. But when I looked at the screen, there was no name, no number, just unknown caller. Something about that label made my skin crawl. I hesitated for a second, thumb hovering over the green answer button. Maybe I should have let it ring out. But curiosity got the better of me. I answered. "Hello?" I said, my voice dry from sleep. There was nothing, just static, faint, crackling static, like an old radio station stuck between two channels. I waited, thinking maybe someone was there, just having trouble speaking, but the static stayed, constant and eerie, like it was breathing. "Who is this?" I asked again, a little more awake now. Then it clicked, not a sound, but a feeling, something deeply wrong on the other end of the line. And just when I was about to hang up, I heard something, a whisper. I couldn't make it out at first, just a low murmur that didn't sound like any language I knew. It was rhythmic, almost like chanting. Then the whisper changed. It said my name. It didn't just say it, it exhaled it, like someone was crouched right next to the phone speaker, breathing my name in a way that made it feel intimate, personal, violating. I hung up immediately. My heart was pounding against my ribs like it wanted out. For a few seconds, I just sat there, staring at the screen. The call log said nothing. No number, no duration. It was as if the call had never happened. But I knew it had. I tried to brush it off. Maybe a prank, a tech glitch. Maybe I was still half dreaming. I put the phone down and laid back, eyes wide open in the darkness, the glow of the screen still dancing on the ceiling. But sleep didn't come. At 3:07 a.m., the phone buzzed again. Same thing, unknown caller. I didn't answer. I just stared as it rang. Once, twice, 3 times, and stopped. No voicemail, no message. The next morning, I tried telling a friend about it, half laughing it off like it was just some weird coincidence. But deep down, I knew something wasn't right. That whisper, how it knew my name, how it said it, I can't shake it. Now every night, I check the clock before bed, dreading the moment it hits 3 a.m. again, wondering if the phone will ring, wondering what might happen if I answer again. Or worse, what might happen if I don't? The next night I stayed awake, telling myself it was just a one-time thing, maybe a bad dream, maybe my mind playing tricks on me. But as the digital clock on my wall inched toward 3 a.m., a deep anxiety crept over me. I kept staring at the screen, waiting, hoping it wouldn't happen again. But at exactly 3 a.m., my phone buzzed. Unknown. Caller. My stomach twisted. I didn't answer. I just watched it ring until it stopped. 30 seconds later, it rang again. Same caller, this time. I turned off the phone and put it face down. The next morning, when I turned it back on, there were no missed calls, no call history from 3 a.m. Again, like it had never happened. The following night, I tried to distract myself. Music, movies, anything to drown out the clock. But it didn't work. At 2:59 a.m., I found myself frozen, watching the phone like it was a bomb about to explode. 3 a.m. Buzz. I answered this time. I didn't speak. I just held the phone to my ear and listened. There was silence at first, and then the static came back, this time louder, clearer. And through the static, I could hear someone breathing. Long, raspy inhales and sharp exhales, like whoever it was had been running or crying. Then a voice came, distant and hoarse. "Why did you hang up?" I froze. "I tried to talk to you," it whispered, "but you keep ending the call." The voice wasn't angry. It sounded hurt and familiar in a way that made no sense. I didn't know who it was, but my body reacted like I should. "I'm here," I said quietly. "Who are you?" "You don't remember me?" the voice asked. I didn't respond. It laughed softly, a sad, broken laugh. Then the call ended. After that night, the calls came every night, always at 3 a.m., sometimes once, sometimes multiple times. Every time, the voice seemed a little clearer. It began saying things from my past. Small things. Personal memories no one should know. My childhood dog's name. The lullaby my mom used to hum when I was sick. The name of the girl I had a crush on in 6th grade. Then it started talking about things that hadn't happened yet. It would whisper sentences like, "Don't go outside tomorrow at noon," or "You'll spill your coffee on your blue shirt." And it would be right. I tested it. I purposely didn't wear blue the next day, but I still spilled my coffee on a different shirt. At the exact moment the voice had said I would. I started recording the calls, but they never saved. The files would be corrupted or just silent. I even tried putting the phone on speaker and having a friend listen. But every time someone else was present, the call would be nothing but dead air. The moment I was alone, the voice would return. It became an obsession. I stopped sleeping. I stopped eating. I scoured the internet for anything similar. Ghost calls, cursed numbers, late-night whispers, but nothing matched what I was experiencing. Then one night, the voice changed. "You're getting closer," it said. "To what?" I asked. "To remembering." That night I had a dream, if you can call it that. It felt more like a memory. I was young, maybe 7 or 8, standing in a forest with a girl. She looked familiar, but I couldn't place her face. She was crying, and I remember holding her hand, promising I'd never leave her. She asked me something. I couldn't hear what, but I nodded. Then something happened. A loud noise, screaming, then silence. I woke up sweating, heart racing, and the phone in my hand. The screen was black, but I swear I heard a girl's voice say, "You broke your promise." I began looking through old photo albums, childhood keepsakes, anything that might jog my memory. But nothing made sense. No one remembered a girl from my past, not my parents, not my old friends. It was like she'd never existed. But every night, at 3 a.m., the calls continued. The voice got clearer, angrier. It stopped asking questions and started making demands. "Come back. You owe me. You promised." Some nights I hear crying. Other nights I hear screams. Once, the voice said, "Look outside." I hesitated, then slowly pulled the curtain back. And I saw her, a girl in a white dress, barefoot, standing under the streetlight. Her face was shadowed, but I could feel her eyes on me. Then the call ended, and she was gone. I don't know who she is, I don't know what I did, but she's not letting go. And every night, at 3 a.m., the phone keeps ringing. That night I decided I couldn't keep living in fear. I had to find out who was behind the calls. There had to be a reason they always came at 3 a.m. I dug deep into forums, old legends, and even paranormal case files. One thing kept coming up: the devil's hour. Supposedly, 3 a.m. was when the veil between the living and the dead is at its thinnest. A time when spirits, demons, or entities from beyond could reach into our world. That wasn't comforting, but it made sense. I thought maybe I was being haunted, maybe by someone I had wronged. But no matter how far back I tried to remember, there was still a blank space in my childhood. A hole, like something had been ripped out. Every time I tried to focus on it, my head would pound and I'd feel nauseous, like my mind was fighting to keep a secret buried. Then I found something strange in an old box in the attic. A drawing. It was clearly made by a child. My handwriting in the corner confirmed it. It showed two stick figures, a boy and a girl, holding hands under a tree. The girl had red scribbled hair and a blue dress. Behind them was a large black shape, like a shadow with claws. On the back, there was a name. Emily. It hit me like a jolt of electricity. Emily. I didn't know how, but I knew the name was important. I searched every inch of my memory and found fragments. Her laugh, a swing set, her crying in the woods, a bloodied rock, my promise to protect her. Then, nothing. I called my mom, casually asking if I had a childhood friend named Emily. Her voice went cold. "Where did you hear that name?" she asked. I told her about the drawing. She was silent for a long time. "You weren't supposed to remember her." "What do you mean?" "You were very young. There was an accident. You and a girl wandered off into the woods behind the house. You were gone for hours. They found you unconscious near a ravine. You kept mumbling her name, but no one else ever saw her. Not a neighbor, not your teachers. We thought you made her up." "She was real," I whispered. "I can feel it." My mother sighed. "You changed after that day. You stopped drawing. You wouldn't sleep alone. Then one day, you stopped mentioning her completely, like she vanished from your mind." But she hadn't vanished. She'd been waiting. That night, when the phone rang at 3 a.m., I answered without hesitation. "I remember you," I said. There was silence on the other end. Then, soft crying. "You left me," she said. "I didn't mean to. You promised you'd protect me." "I was just a kid, Emily." "So was I." My room grew cold. I could see my breath fogging in front of me. The walls felt like they were pulsing. My phone began glitching, screen flashing, static blaring. Then her voice changed. It wasn't angry. It was full of sorrow. "You have to come back." "Where?" "Where it ended. Where you broke the promise." I knew what she meant. The woods.